pleased with Diego's draw, yeah? Oh my God, Jesus Christ, a draw. Awful.
It's a draw?
Yeah.
Majority draw.
Yeah.
Majority draw. So what is...
Go on.
So what, like...
But it just shows you, that's got everything to do with Mario Barrios. With all due respect, like, you know, imagine what Brian Norman even would do to Pacquiao, or Boots would do to Pacquiao.
What about
Brian Norman and
you said when we talked,
Good fight.
When you sit down and talk to Marcos about like a month.
Yeah, I won that. Pacquiao won that. I had it 9-2. Well, no, wait. I always wrong with these numbers. 10-2. I had it 10-2. Oh, you know what? 9-3. I always have it wrong with these numbers.
What'd you think about the fight? Why'd you think Manny won?
Velocity, like the amount of punches that were connecting, and then every last 10 seconds and stuff, he was just showing the more aggressive punches.
Lope, he was in the middle of giving us an epic breakdown.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. I think Manny won 7-5.
Hey, do you want to see that Manny Mayweather rematch?
Judges at ringside, Steve Weisfeld and Tim Cheatham both score the bout. 114 to 114. The decision is a majority draw. And of course, in that case, the champion retains his title.
500. No, you did it. Come on, you want to see the ticket? Yeah, I want to see the ticket. Look at this. Let's see. Where is that? Come on. Where is it? You're gonna look. Hey, why did you think it was gonna be a draw? You wanna know my answer? Yeah. He'll tell you. What I tell you?
He said, Manny don't lose in Vegas, so he doesn't have a draw.
I said the casino don't want to let Manny lose. So the casino don't want to let Manny lose. And I knew it was rare, right? Because Mario Barrios just came off of a draw. But I said, man.
But I was pleased with Diego's draw. Yeah. Oh my God. Pac. Jesus Christ. A draw. Awful. This a draw. Yeah. Majority draw. Majority draw. Go. Like it just shows you that that's got everything to do with Mario Barrios. With all due respect, like imagine what Brian Norman even would do to Pacquiao or Boots would do to Pacquiao. What about Norman? You said when we talked to, when you sit down and talk to Marcos about like a month one that Pacquiao won that I had it on 92. Well no wait, I always wrong with these numbers. 102 I had it 102. Oh you know what 93 I always have it wrong with these numbers. What you think about the fight? Velik like the amount of punches that were connecting and then every last 10 seconds and stuff he was just showing the more aggressive punches. Lopez, he was in the middle of giving us an epic breakdown. Yeah, for sure, man. I think Manny 175. Hey, do you want to see that Manny Mayweather rematch? Dion, Steve, and Jim Chino both score 114 to 114. The decision is a majority draw. And of course, the champion retains his title. Applause, 500. No, you didn't. Come on. You want to see the ticket? You want to see the ticket? Look at this. Let me see. Let's see. Where is he at? Come on. Where is he? Look. Hey, why did you think it was going to be a draw? You want to know my answer? Yeah. He'll tell you what I tell you. He said Manny don't lose in Vegas. So have a draw. I said the casino don't want to let Manny lose. Said the casino don't want to let Manny lose. And I knew it was rare, right? Because Mario Barrios just came off of a draw, but I said, man, I don't know. Yeah, it was pretty even, Manny F is a legend, But I think it was a draw. It was good. Do you want to see him back in the ring after this? I think his age is already, when you get older, your body gets tired. So, I think he is retired already. Leo, you're obviously Leo, you're a great champion, observe. You fought Tank, obviously. What do you make if that fight does take place? What do you think the most surprised Manu fact that last second? What way would it be like a 147? Music, applause, unbelievable. I thought he was going to slow down a lot after the 7. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I told my son he going to get a second win. Oh, he going to slow down a lot, man. And he didn't, man. I had him winning this fight, bro. That was crazy. Hey, Mario Triple Jam. It wasn't even like competitive, man. Barry wasn't even throwing. Yeah, he didn't made him exert his energy at first. Yo, he looked scared as, __a, bro. Yeah, he felt something. Think it was a man. I know. I don't know why, but it's right there, baby. It's right there. First ticket. Guys are blocking it. You got to move to the right. Wait, how much? $100. Easy work. Easy work. I don't know. Maybe I know boxing. Maybe I don't. I don't know what I know. I know. I look when I tell everybody Mario Barrios has a good jab. I said his strength is his poise. He stayed poised and composed the whole time. His jab was really good tonight. I said, and he needs to make the old man yeah. Music, awesome. Amazing. Bobby, we got to run it back a lot. Ready? I hope so. Music, second 2 judges having a draw. Was it a knockdown, Freddy? Freddy, that was a knockdown, right? Thank you, guys. Let's go. One more fight. One more fight on the way. One more fight coming your way. Pacquiao has boxed in exhibition since, but Barrios represents a significantly tougher challenge than his opponents in those bouts, as noted by Pacquiao's former promoter, Arum. Do you see him bringing that international star? I think he's a bigger star than Pacquiao, because Pacquiao was a more normal as a fighter and Pacquiao struggled with it. I can't say anything negative because Manny meant so much to us in our company, the top-ranked boss told The Ring. But it seems really questionable that at his age, he would put himself at risk by going into the ring with a champion fighter. I mean, George Foreman wasn't even that age. He was younger when he beat Michael M.O., and George had been active over the years prior to that fight with M.O. Manny hasn't been active at all really. Arum, 93, was referring to Foreman's record-breaking title win in 1994 when he became the oldest champion in boxing history at 45. However, a 46-year-old Bernard Hopkins broke that record in 2011 with a win over Jean Pascal. Music, what's your prediction for the fight? Prediction? Yeah, __a, upcoming fight, your division, WBO World Championship, 12-weight championship, Mario Barrios versus Manny Pacquiao. Who you got and how and why? I think Mario going to get in, you know. Barrios is no slouch. Barrios is a young fighter, you know, bigger fighter. Knows how to, you know, control distance very well. Can punch a little bit like he's no easy task for anybody in the welterweight division. And for Manny to come back after this long and to face a young guy like that is dangerous. And sometimes, you know, these old legends, they got to get beat up several times before they say call it quits. Still, Pacquiao's world title bid this summer, enabled by World Boxing Council rules that allow former champions to become qualified challengers, has drawn criticism in the boxing world. He's an amazing person, Manny Pacquiao. And if anybody can do it, he can do it, said Arum. But I'm really concerned about it given his age and his inactivity. But again, I will certainly be rooting for him because he's really a great guy who has meant so much to us as a company. Pacquiao, widely considered one of boxing's all-time greats, is the sport's only 8-weight world champion. In July 2019, in his second most recent pro-out, he beat Keith Thurman to become the oldest welterweight champion in history, aged 40. He will look to surpass his own record when he boxes Barrios. Now that he has to fight at 46 in and after 72 fights. I'm concerned that he's got to fight a young guy that has been active, and I'm concerned. I'm concerned about that. That's it for me. I'm with you. And I am concerned as Well, being a huge Manny Pacquiao fan. The only 8th division world champion in boxing history. I do want to ask you this though, at the welterweight, and he got any of that power still left in him? If he lands that left hand, he can hurt the young gun. So, but that's easier said than done. Yeah, I actually think he can beat Barrios. Like maybe it's recency bias. I saw that fight that Barrios baby Fab and made Anna fight that was on the Canelo undercard. I wasn't all that impressed with Barrios there really. I think he when he gets hit, his face swells up pretty quickly, and I think Pacquiao is going to hit him in the face. I mean, Maidana didn't hit him much with many clean shots. And boxing promoter and former champion Oscar de la Hoya is quite firmly in Pacquiao's corner and has expressed a strong belief in the veteran's ability to upset Barrios. When he spoke to reporters, de la Hoya said absolutely. When he was asked about whether Pacquiao would win, he added, Manny Pacquiao's a legend. I think he can do it. Call it faith or the truth, but it seems like de la Hoya is optimistic about Pacquiao's chances in the upcoming fight. However, Pacquiao is a legend who has won multiple titles and has all the experience in the world. However, de la Hoya is not somebody who underestimates Barrios, as he also said, it's not going to be easy. I wish him all the best, brother. I love him. Can you do it, brother? Can he do it? Absolutely. Manny Pacquiao's he's a legend, you know. Some nice ones. Thank you. He's a legend. I think he can do it. Absolutely. I mean, it's not going to be easy, but I think he can do it. What we learn from here is Tiger Johnson don't like old people. That's right. Damn. I didn't see that. Who you want though? Who you want to win? Who do you think's going to win that fight? I mean, I know Manny Pacquiao. I'm going to go with the youth, but I feel like Pacquiao got more experience. He probably I know Itala, but I feel like I don't know. You can't count Pacquiao out because his calf's still this big. So, he still say a little bit, just maybe just to the stance, cause I know Mario steps at like kind of a stiff, like like a stiff high guard somewhat. So I kind of try to emulate that kind of de la Hoya style a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Yeah. But how man, people want to know, man, how did Pacquiao feel in sparring so fast, Pacquiao so tightly? I don't know. While Barrios's recent performances may have fooled many, de la Hoya respects his ability as he is the current champion for a reason. He wishes the best for Pacquiao, and the bout will surely be a defining moment which will test Pacquiao's experience and if he can overcome Barrios' youth and devastating power. Pacquiao and Algieri fought back in 2014 with the former earning a unanimous decision win. Algieri pointed out that Pacquiao has had 72 professional fights, meaning there has been a lot of wear and tear on his body. Manny Pacquiao are getting back in the ring again for a world title fight. Well, obviously I definitely has to do with money. 1, 2, I think Manny Pacquiao, I think his game is a lot of better than anybody, a lot of guys a game, even with the age. But you have to take into account the last time he stepped foot in that ring against Yugas, he didn't look good. He was outmatched by, a younger fighter. Barrios is no slouch with opponents, with Morales, with Marquez. He was a great fighter, Pacquiao, but again, he didn't have the same body of work that Hoya has. I mean, look over Inie's career.